The puppies are starting to grow up. This is a litter update video for the Northwest Noir mini Labradoodle puppies who are 4 weeks old. In today's video, we're going to talk all about the fact that they've moved houses. They have gone way up island, how they did with the move, the things that they're starting to do now. We're going to also talk about desensitization and the importance of toys. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these mini Labradoodle puppies are so much fun. They are playing, they are talking, they're walking, they're eating, they're just doing fabulously. So let's start with the big news, which is that they relocated. Not only did they go from the nursery to the Doodle Den, but the entire Doodle Den moved. The Doodle Den moved from the Cowichan Valley up to Lighthouse Country. So we took the puppies along with Mama KyAnne, and we had them in the back of our Doodle van, and they made the trip without incident. They stayed in their whelping box. KyAnne stayed right beside them, and everything was perfectly fine. There was no complaining, no fussing. They made the transition in the vehicle without incident. And then when we got them here and put them in this new location, it was just like nothing had ever changed. Now, we can't give all the credit to the puppies being amazing, because they were at an age when their surroundings were really not something they were too aware of. As long as they had their mom, they were being fed, and they were warm, they were quite happy. So while we can say, oh, what, aren't they amazing? Really, it's because we timed things particularly so it would be the least upsetting for them. So you'll see that right now we have a bit of chaos in their area. Things are not organized yet. Our doggy door hasn't been installed yet. However, we do have their spot all ready for them. It's nice and comfortable. It's easy for us just to pull the pin here, literally, and open up this gate, and they can go right out the door to the outside. Now, they haven't been outside yet. That is something that will happen perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow. We just have to wait for it to be a day when it's not rainy or windy. The first time we take the dogs outside, I like them to go outside on a day where the weather is something that's pleasant for them, so their first outside experience is a good one. And it looks like we've got Mr. Green here is going to show you an example of how they now poop on their own as well as pee on their own. KyAnne is still doing most of the cleanup. Now, maybe poop isn't your favorite thing to look at, but this is a really good time to show you that they have moved to solid food and their poops are beautiful. This is exactly the type of thing we want to see, a nice firm poop without any issues. Now, Mr. Green is running around because he's got a little bit stuck on him there, and he's used to Mama KyAnne cleaning him up. KyAnne had just asked to go out, so she's not in here to do the job. So that is one of the big things that has changed, is that the puppies have just started on solid food. They have been eating pablum and goat milk now for about 3 days. Come here, let me help you. Come here. Your mom's not here, so let me help you with that. We'll just do a little wipe up here on his bum, make him feel a little bit better. There we go. KyAnne decided she'd come back in. Now she can come and she'll do the cleanup and help us out with the puppies if Mr. Green needs any more attention. And we'll just put that over here for now. So solid food is a big thing for the puppies, and KyAnne had told us that she was ready for them to start to eat solid food, and that she would prefer if she got a little bit of help now. She's still nursing them, of course, and she still is in here more than she's not. However, she is not the sole source of nourishment any longer for the puppies. She's also already started to tell the puppies that she's not interested in being their only source of nourishment, in that she sometimes growls at them. So why does she do that? Couple of reasons. First of all, she wants to teach the puppies that if they're doing something that's not good, they're going to get told off. Second of all, it hurts when puppies have their teeth that have just erupted. Believe me, they've started to gnaw on my fingers and my toes, and those little teeth are razor sharp, and it is not comfortable. So if it's your milk bar, which is a very sensitive area, it's even more uncomfortable if the puppies use their teeth. So KyAnne growls to tell them not to do that. She's also, if she comes in to clean up their pablum pan, as I have her do when it's pretty much at the end of the pan there, if the puppies come and get close to the food source, she also growls at them then. And that's to teach the puppies that it's inappropriate to try and take another dog's food. So it seems like it's really harsh, but it's effective and important. Now we'll look at Green Collar here. You see he's playing with this little toy I have on my foot. So the type of toy at the right time for your puppy is really critical. As the puppies get older, each of them will have a certain type of toy that is more appropriate for them as well. So one of the things that we do in the puppy starter kit is we curate all of the toys that are in there so that they are specifically matched to your puppy and your puppy's needs. So the reason why I have this one on my toes is because the puppies gravitate towards my feet to chew, and if I have that on my foot instead of just my plain foot, they're more likely to chew that rather than my foot, which is much more comfortable for me. Now at this age, the puppies don't have bite inhibition, so they're too young to really learn that, and when they go home with you, they won't have a lot of bite inhibition. They'll have some, but they won't have a lot. And the reason for that is because they're just simply too young. You can't expect them to know everything and be calm and quiet, know where to go to the bathroom, know to do this and not to do that. Not when they're just 8 weeks old. They're just little infants. There you heard KyAnne growling there at Yellow Collar, telling him off about something. Now you hear Green Collar's fussing. Green Collar is a talker. Green Collar is always running around and has something to say when he's not getting exactly what he wants right away. And you'll see he's scratching himself there. That is his self-soothing behavior. He's just trying to distract himself from whatever is making him unhappy at the moment. Because I'm in here, he's expecting me to pick him up and hang on to him. And because KyAnne's in here, he's expecting her to be available to provide him with the milk bar. And she's kind of got herself situated so that the milk bar is not quite that evident. You'll see instead what he's done now is he's moved to this little monkey, which is a great teething toy. You don't want them to nurse. Do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? You can if you want. It's up to you. We'll just see if she'll tolerate them being in here or if she wants to leave. We of course leave it totally up to her. So this monkey guy is perfect at this age. He's got some soft bits and he's got some corduroy, and inside his arms is a rope. So this provides some really good relief from teething pain. He's also got a couple of squeakers, so that helps with giving them a bit of a surprise, something that they don't expect to happen with this little monkey person. Okay, you're fine. Mr. Green always needs to have a little extra hug. Yes, okay, I got you. He does love to be affectionate. He loves people, he loves company, and he loves being held and had attention paid to him. He's the sucky baby in the group right now, so we give him all the little extra attention that he asks for to make him feel secure. That's what we do. And we talk to you and we hate to carry you around. He's the one who comes in the house and gets carried around more than anybody else. Everybody gets a turn, but he tends to get a little bit more just because he knows how to tug at my heartstrings. So this is why this monkey at this point in time is really important for these puppies. It provides just the right amount of give for the teething that they're able to do because their teeth are just erupting. So yesterday around this time when I was in here with them, Only red collar and orange collar had teeth that had erupted. Today, everybody's teeth are through, and believe me, I can feel them. So things happen really fast with puppies. They go really, quite frankly, literally overnight from not having something or not being able to do something to being able to do it the next day. So right now, we will start moving them over to frozen raw food because now that they have teeth, they're going to be able to eat that. And we'll talk about nutrition a bit more in our next video. Today we're just going to concentrate more on desensitization. So desensitization is step one of socialization. So socialization being the very most important thing for any dog whatsoever. What it really means in a nutshell is having a puppy who grows up to be a dog who's curious about new experiences rather than hesitant or worried about them. There's a difference between hesitant and worried and thoughtful. There's lots of puppies who like to sit back and observe and watch. Now, if you look right over at Yellow Collar right now, you see where he's got himself in a place that's very safe and secure. He's next to his bed, his friend Red Collar Girl is in front of him, and he's got one of his buddy toys there, plus Mom's really close by. And he's watching, he's looking, he's seeing, okay, what are they doing over there? Now that's a good example of a thoughtful behavior. That's him deciding, do I want to go over there and do that? Or do I want to stay over here with my friends and go to sleep? What's more important to me right now, playing or sleeping? And now he's getting a little bit closer and feeling like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm going to go to sleep, but I want to be close to the action. And you can see his eyes are closing. So sleep one out for him. Now this is not a shy puppy. Yellow is far from shy or hesitant or worried about things. He is a highly confident puppy. He just was making a decision. So it's really important that you get to understand your puppy and you get to know their body language. You understand what they're all about. You understand and appreciate the communication that they're giving you, because they talk to you and tell you far more without words than any human does with all the words that we have to use. Now, green and orange, you can see, are just having a great time. Green's all full of beans and wanting to play, and orange is a little bit more like, well, yeah, okay, but I think I want to get close to Mama Claire there. Yeah, I know, Mr. Green. And blue is already, and red have already gone to sleep already. Blue is the litter clown right now. He's really funny. He gets himself into all sorts of funny positions and he does all sorts of goofy things. He's the leader of the pack in terms of the one who tries things first. Red is the quietest puppy out of them all, the most thoughtful, the last one to try new things, the last one to be trying an adventure. She likes to sit back. She really watches for quite a long time before she decides whether or not she feels that an activity is something she wants to participate in. Green is adventuresome. He is our whiner. He is our needy boy, but he is also incredibly confident, always one of the first to try new things, and not at all concerned about having support from other dogs. He does, however, like to have human support. He is the most human-orientated puppy, and you can hear him talking to me right now. Orange here, he is sort of in the middle. He is so easygoing. Life is just a piece of cake. He just says like, oh, you're gonna do this? Okay, sure. You're gonna do that? Okay, sure. So when we introduce them, for example, to their solid food, Red was the last one to actually try it. She was, I'm not sure. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna watch and see what happens. Blue was the first one in the pan. He skidded right across it and then figured out how to eat. Green and yellow were close behind. Excuse me. And Orange, as soon as he realized it was food, oh well, he was all excited about that because he loves his food. So desensitization is what we're doing right now with the puppies. And the way we're doing that is with all sorts of different sounds and experiences. This house has the same setup as we had before. The Doodle Den is part of the house, but we can close it off because it's vital they have these quiet times to sleep like this. They are growing rapidly. They really need to be able to shut down completely and feel entirely secure where they are. The door can be closed to allow them to do that, and you can't hear anything else. When we open the door, they see and they hear everything that's going on in the house. Our dogs come in here and interact with them. Ripple is in here constantly. Ripple's a great auntie. She's always here checking on the puppies, so they've already been exposed to another dog. The other dogs come and look. Peanut comes to see if there's any food. Spirit comes and makes sure that KyAnne is doing things properly. She doesn't interact with the puppies though. She's not interested in doing that. Now you see Green there, you see how he's got himself all with the dog and he's still chewing. So he's got a tooth coming in right now, maybe more than one. And that's why he's going so much at the dog there and not settling too easily, because he's got a bit of teething pain that's bothering him at the moment. So we have all of those sounds, and then the toys themselves also act as desensitizers just by the different texture of the things they have, the sounds that they make that, you know, surprise them, because usually they make the sounds by stepping on them. We got the crinkle ones as well. So you get lots of exposure to different sounds and textures. And then, as I said, as soon as it's a day when we have sun, a little bit of sun, or even if we just don't have rain, we will take them outside and let them start exploring outside. So we want to make sure we don't force any of them to do this when they're not ready. We don't do it faster than they're comfortable with. So for example, let's say we decide to take them out this afternoon. When we take them out, if let's say a green collar isn't enjoying being out there and he's like, oh no, and he's being I'm a little bit uncomfortable, we'll bring him right back inside. Because it doesn't matter so much that he is exposed to the new thing as opposed to being exposed to the new thing in a positive way. It doesn't matter if it takes another 10 days before Green is comfortable going outside. It's that he goes outside when he's ready, and that we don't try and make him go on our schedule. Whatever you do with your dog, once you have your puppy at home, you want to do things on their schedule, not your schedule. The only thing I suggest that you have them working on your schedule around is their meal times. And that's only because ALDs tend to be fussy and not very good eaters. So we want to have very strict set times for when they eat. And we also want to help them make sure that they're comfortable during the night and not having to go to the bathroom. So that's what we're working on with the puppies now. Not this weekend, but the following weekend's going to be your family visit. I'm very hopeful we'll be able to do that outdoors, that it won't be horrible weather, because this new house is very tiny and I'm not exactly sure where we're all going to fit if we do it inside. Normally we would have it in the Doodle Den, but because we sold curated canines and that transition isn't happening until after your family visit, our Doodle Den is jam-packed full of freezers and all sorts of things. So Reynold can show you a little bit by panning around there, I guess he's busy right now. But we do have the room full of freezers, so there isn't any space anywhere else in here. There we go. You can see everything's still a bit of a disaster, and the room is just chock-a-block full with all the freezers for curated canines and all the food. So we don't have room to have our family visit in here, which is where we will in the future. So we'll work it all out though, so it works for everyone. Now we're going to go through the puppies' weights and let you know where everybody is at. Now I cannot find my book that has their birth order in it, so I'm guessing that I've remembered rightly. If I get it wrong, well, it's okay. We'll still go through everybody. Hey guys, I want to wake you up for a minute. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Mr. Orange over here with everybody because he's last, and I'll scoop myself over a little bit, and we'll go through and I'll let you know what all their weights are, because we do have a tie for the biggest puppy. So the firstborn I know for sure is Mr. Blue Collar, and Mr. Blue is this handsome guy here. He's the one I was telling you about, is the clown of the group. He is super confident. He has a lovely disposition. And I still can't tell if he's caramel or white. I am sure he is because his nose is brown, but his little pad on his foot still looks black. So he's a red caramel and white party. And oh my goodness, this boy has the most beautiful ears with the white swirls through them. Now, if anybody's wondering and thinking, oh, I don't want to have a white dog because how hard is that to keep clean? Well, I'm going to tell you that ALDs are magic. What happens when they go outside and they get muddy, he could be black up to here. He'll come in and in 15 minutes, he'll look like this again. If there's anything that's stuck, you just have to give it a gentle brush. They're self-cleaning dogs. It's just like a self-cleaning oven, only better. I have 2 dogs. Well, actually, all of my dogs' legs are white all the ways up. They never look dirty. Yeah, they get in the mud all the time, but they do not stay dirty. So Mr. Blue Collar here is weighing in at 1.72 kilograms. Aren't they a great weight? These are solid puppies. Here you go, little handsome boy. And next, I believe, is Mr. Yellow Collar, who is our beautiful ebony tri-boy here. This is my little heartthrob. This little guy has got this adorable beauty spot on his right side there. Oh, thank you for showing everybody. That was just right on cue. What a clever boy. This guy's lovely. He has the nicest, most friendly disposition. He's soft, he's sweet, he's a gentle guy. And you'll see that it looks a little bit like he's having a bad hair day here. Well, what this is what we call lifting. This is what gives you that ALD fluffy coat that we all love so much. And that is his coat just starting to come off from his body. Because when they're born and when they're little, they're flat on their backs, more like a dachshund or a lab. And then as they get older, they go all fluffy, don't they? Yes, they do. And that what makes you even cuter. Also, they're absolutely gorgeous right now. And this little doll is weighing in at 1.64 kilograms. He's the second smallest puppy in the litter. After Yellow, we have our one and only girl, Red Collar, who's trying to get over here. Hey, sweetheart, just make sure I've got, no, are you orange or are you red? I should never have made the two, that's orange. That's what I thought. Red's over here. Here she is, and now you can see on all around her ruff, her coat has really started to lift. Hey, baby, she's dead to the world there. Now, Red Collar, as I said, is our quiet one, our thoughtful girl, the one who's, yeah, I'm going to wait for a minute. You can see she looks just a little bit worried. She gives me the eye contact, and she's like, what are you going to do? I have to see what's happening first. But she gets me lots of kisses. There we go. Hi there. And you see how she just needs that little gentle bit of reassurance. And then we have the good eye contact and the kisses. Yes, now we got the happy face. Lots of lifting of this beautiful chocolate phantom coat. She's a lovely girl, and she's tied for first place in terms of being the biggest puppy at 1.84 kilograms. And I weighed all these guys before they ate, so in reality they weigh a little bit more than that because they eat quite a bit at a time now, don't they? Guys, got another kiss? Oh no, that's enough kisses, thank you. So we'll put her back in her spot there. Then we've got Green Collar, our little talkative fellow. Come here, buddy. Mr. Talking, and there, I'm not sure, I shouldn't have moved, but as an example of Blue getting in the most funny positions all the time. He had himself all draped around green collar. He never just lies down. And here we have Mr. Green. He's the tiniest in the litter, and he is another ebony tri. He's got some food stuck on him here. He's not so keen on the solid food. He prefers Mama. He can't keep his eyes awake. He's so tired. Look, he's going to just fall right asleep. Now, his ideal place to fall asleep is like this. And I have to admit, I do let him do that quite a bit. And then I rockabye baby him. He's just the sweetest little thing. Mr. Red is 1.45 kilograms. And I'll put him over here with his brother and his sister. Then he can find a nice place to snuggle up. And then last but not least is Orange Collar Boy. And Orange Collar Boy used to be our largest, but he is now tied with Red Collar Girl at 1.84 kilograms to be the biggest along with her. And this guy is our beautiful Chocolate Phantom. This is a beautiful puppy. I love his way. He's just so placid, so easygoing. It doesn't matter what. A bomb could go off and he'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. That's, I guess, where we get the saying bomb-proof. And this is definitely a bomb-proof puppy. Now keep in mind, I'm telling you what their temperaments are like, and I'm telling you what their temperaments are like today at week 4. At week 8, or even at week 6 when we do allocations, that doesn't mean that's what their temperament is going to be like. So we just have to wait and see because it changes. Now you see how Mr. Orange there was really keen to get underneath the stuffy puppy here. This is a natural behavior. Puppies love to have something over their heads. Dogs, puppies, all dogs. And so that's the behavior that we're going to start to be building on with Head Start. With the Head Start program, we work with your puppy individually, and when they go home to you, they're sleeping through the night in their crate so that you don't have to worry about getting up during the night with them. They're also started on riding in their booster seat in the car. They're started walking on the leash, and they become fairly familiar with the doggy door. So that's our update for this week. KyAnne's telling us someone's at the door. So we'll end it all here. And thank you so much for watching.